is dealing with immigration. Traditionally, immigration would be a collective action enforced by the United States together through its variety of agencies, primarily the Department of Homeland Security. Nowadays, Texas has been posturing itself with alternative goals and alternative means of correcting actions. Well, Texas has went against the federal government. In the past, it has become increasingly more common. Of course, it was not completely unprecedented because of the past. With George Bush during his governorship, decrying border security, and Rick Perry moving several thousand National Guard troops to the border. While it looks like Texas is making big moves that other states are not, it's not how our nation deals with immigration. There's a collaborative goal of deterrence through the creation of dangerous obstacles. Texas works together to deter immigrants by patrolling safe areas and forcing immigrants to move through harsh places like the Sahara Desert, Sonora Desert. Child detention centers also require the support of Texas to continue. This has caused a dilemma for Texas. How do we have our outrage of the system if we follow it completely? So, Texas has been in the news in the last several years for a variety of border-related issues that they have themselves have brought to attention. The border wall pushed during Trump's presidencies has been continues to rally support and funding by the Texas government, primarily at the behest of Greg Abbott. Billions of dollars have been put to fund the border security by Texas. Almost $1 billion in the wall itself. And a lot of the push for it is defiancy against the current president and the lax ways that other border states deal with immigration, according to the common sentiment. Texas is promoting a lack of unity in their goals. Another political move of the governor is the most recent, with the sponsorship of a handful of immigrants to be shipped to the capital, then the implementation of debatably illegal checks on borders through Mexico and Texas. This hindered trade and was... Anyways. This hinges on the popular logistical strategy of the modern world. Just-in-time shipping. Every part of the logistical movement arrives just in time for less monetary waste. The law had caused one of the world's most congested and used borders to quadruple its 3-hour wait time with no prep or real accommodation. Because of the superficial and fleeting presence of this law, it only lasted a weekend and was questioned during its implementation heavily. Greg Abbott is no stranger to political maneuverings. Back in 2020, during Donald Trump's presidency, he implemented a ban on new refugees. This was eventually overturned by a judge. Ultimately, in conclusion, mostly at the behest of Greg Abbott, Texas has been trying to implement its own prerogatives for immigration and has come up against resistance with the federal government, ultimately having more of a say. And most of Greg Abbott's choices are negligible, but still popular with his audience, his voters.